I think sometimes we get criticised by our crowds here, but I think they certainly come out for the European games. When we get this place 3/4 nearly full, I think the atmosphere was incredible.
See the fans pouring in like that, and when we came out for the warm-up it was almost full then, so it gives you a huge lift, and the fans were in great voice that night.
Yeah, Chris got injured, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes Stevie May would have certainly played some part in the game, but he probably wouldn't have started that game. But that's football. Chris picked up an injury, and it sort of forced my hand a little bit that we go, with Stevie May and Steve McLean up front. So maybe get a little bit of good fortune there.
It had been a while since I'd played for St Johnstone, so I knew it was a chance to prove myself, to the manager, the boys, and the fans ultimately as well. And I thought I managed to do that.
I think the boys were pretty relaxed. I think there was more apprehension about the first legs. We didn't know what we were getting into or how good they really were. And after seeing the kind of team they were and how well we played against them, then we were going into the second leg pretty confident that we could get through in the tie. To lead the team out in a night like that was a fantastic atmosphere and a great night for the club.
You're just buzzed for it and ready to go, and that's what we were. So we knew we had our work cut out because they've obviously got a lot of quality in a massive club.
Well, I was confident but not overconfident because they're a quality side. But I think we'd done enough over there to give the lads belief that we could, that we could go through.
I think we were just a little bit of shock for the next 5 minutes after that. It was obviously an early goal, and you're thinking, if we lose another goal here, it could be really tricky. But thankfully, Stevie May got a goal not too long after. Can't mind what minute, maybe 20 minutes after, something like that, which really settled the boys down, and then we managed to just dig in and hold on for the draw.
Even going 1-0 down early on in the game, the reaction to the lads was brilliant, and we responded really well to that, and kicked on.
I just remember Fraz, I think he was about the centre circle or just a bit further back. He headed the ball into about 40 yards out, and Dee's just kind of side foot volleyed it over the top, and it's bouncing in about the edge of the box there, and the defender's a bit hesitant, and I've just kind of threw my leg around it, and it's bounced in about here, and I just remember running over to the fans there, going wild, and it was just kind of like nothing I've ever experienced before in terms of the buzz when scoring a goal. I never even would have dreamed that scoring in the Europa League a few years ago, when I was trying to break into the team. So it's a great thing for me, and I'll look back on it for a long, long time.
It was obviously a mix-up between them, but Stevie's chased a kind of lost ball and managed to get his toe in, and just to feel it in, it was a great experience. It's hard to explain the kind of feeling you get as a player when the ball does hit the back of the net. and to see the fans going wild, it was a great feeling. You just go daft for the next minute or so. Everybody's piling in and top each other, and then you have to try and calm yourself down. There's still a long way to go in the game.
They had probably more chances than us, and particularly late on when they're throwing the kitchen sink at us. But I thought Al Manis was outstanding. Everybody, won their headers, won their tackles, made blocks. It was a really gutsy performance. But I think, and amongst all that, was a lot of good quality from us. And we had certainly, one or two opportunities where, the second goal would have killed them.
The last 20 minutes was just backs to the wall kind of stuff, just trying to hang in there. We looked a bit tired because they were halfway through their season as well, so obviously had a huge advantage there, but the boys' fitness showed out in the end. We managed to hold out, and it was a great performance for the whole team, for the front defending there, and they created a few chances, but thankfully none of them went in. It was definitely a huge relief, because towards the end it was, if anybody was going to score, it was going to be them, and just to get through that 90 odd minutes and not losing another goal was a great feeling. And when the whistle went, the boys were ecstatic, and obviously there was a couple of wee tussles with a couple of their players and stuff. They didn't take too kind to the defeat. They obviously weren't expecting to lose to a club like ourselves, but it's a great feeling for us to know you're into the next round and taking a scalp like Rosenborg.
Well, I don't think there's any question it's probably the best result in their history. When I wasn't about in the 70s, we were, like say, Willie Orman's team. It was a very, very good team, so I can't really comment on that. But certainly, from the time I've followed the club, I think that's the best result ever. Yep.
It was a massive game, and all the boys knew it, and we performed, for the stage.
It's the biggest win in my career, definitely. We've beaten Rangers and Celtic, home and away, and to beat a team with the experience and calibre of Rosenborg in Europe is a great achievement, and something that will live in the memory a long time.
I think for the players and myself and staff, to pit your wits against a team of that quality, a team of that pedigree in Europe as well, a club with that pedigree in Europe, was an outstanding achievement. But it was only 2 games, and but I hopefully I'm here a long time. I will look back on that in years to come with a lot of satisfaction of how we approached it and how we went about it.